I love my marvelous life.
I'm kind of up close here.
I appreciate the enormous wealth and all the abundance in my life. I am already there. I am relaxed here. I'm so comfortable right now. I'm comfortable in my nice clothes.
All right. What's up?
I'm comfortable in my lovely shoes.
Give me a second, you guys.
I'm comfortable where I sit.
Kind of vulnerable status.
Relaxed.
I'm a little bit. I ain't never been this close to the camera.
Luxurious chair.
I'm a little bit vulnerable.
I'm with others I enjoy. Colleagues, friends, and family.
Hope y'all doing all right. I'm just checking in.
Eating beautiful food.
As you can see, I am not in official setup. I am actually out and about. You guys see all the junk and mess in my car. You see, you see my workout shoes. You see all kinds of stuff back there. Anywho, this is not official, right? So I just wanted to check in just to say hello to all of you and let y'all see me real briefly. Hope y'all have been enjoying the interesting readings and healings, you know, that's been going forth. And
I'm softly looking around.
I really wanted to talk about in advance, like just briefly, what the next reading is going to be about. It's powerful, you guys. Let me turn this down a little bit more.
I can hear lovely music.
Is it going down?
I feel so abundant.
Okay, anyways. So, the next reading is going to be on this topic that came up with one of my Akashic readings that I did for myself. So here recently, I had a shamanic energy healing journey work done professionally on myself, right? And so I was given some guidance in terms of what needed to be done to make some shifts. And the guidance was, since I'm pretty much, I don't want to say it the wrong way because it's going to be taken wrong. I am awakened and kind of consciously evolved, and I've done a lot of work, and so I'm connected with my higher self, and you know, I've done this stuff many lifetimes. And so the shaman told me that I already had awareness, like Gaia was, you know, letting them know, as well as Aphrodite, that I already had awareness of how to work with the Akashic records, which I do. So, but that since I had done so much clearing, that I needed to rewrite scripts and contracts. And so, and it was broken down into 3 categories. You guys have already gotten a taste of the 3 categories. But what I didn't share on the previous videos were the reading that I done prior to going into the Akashic records to do the actual clearing. So, but when I was in these records, I did a reading right prior to give me some guidance prep before I went into the Akashic records. And I'll share just one of the card decks that I'm going to use. And so I'm going to be bringing that into the next reading so you guys can experience that. I'll be doing it for the collective on behalf of those who feel like it's resonating. So I will be accessing the Akash on the collective's behalf in this particular area. And I'm going to tell you what it is, because it came up when I was doing my own clearing and meditation. So the thought kept coming. I was thinking about my culture. I was thinking about African American, you know, ethnicity, history, you know, things like that. And then it just kept coming. I was sitting there like almost scratching my head. I was like, it just kept popping. I was like, why what is this thing with trauma bonding? And not in the traditional sense of trauma bonding as we know it, okay?
I'm so grateful.
We understand trauma bonding to be about when you're with someone that is toxic, who goes through this series of highs and lows with you. They do good, they do bad, and they program you to get conditioned into the recovery period. You know, there's a fight, and then there's a connecting with that or something to that effect, right? But that's not what was coming up. What was coming up is trauma bonding as the premise or template, program, or code of relating in general due to outside trauma programming. For an example, slavery. So what we're going to be doing, okay, we're going to be going into the Akashic records to deal with slavery, to deal with the program, the template of slavery, okay, which is in the lack matrix template in the Akash, okay. But it is a program and it's a system, and then there are subsequential divisions that resulted as a result of it. In other words, we have an energetic template within us, a DNA template, if you're a part of this descent, that only really knows how to relate with one another via traumas, mishaps, anything in that area. I'm going to give you an example.
I get to choose my experiences in life.
In slavery, what started to happen was, you know, so you had a culture of people who felt kind of stripped, vulnerable of who they were in a foreign land, kind of abused, misused, didn't know why, you know, and everything became energetically about disempowerment, victimhood, abuse. Woe is me, we shall overcome someday. Frequency, energy, that's what it became. Think about this. So even within our own culture, the relating at that point was geared towards, you know, let's meet up and eat our pig's feet and hog mogs and all the stuff that, you know, the master and them didn't want, and let's, you know, dream of a better tomorrow. So we're bonding in trauma. This may go over many of you heads. So, but for those of you who really resonate with Bloom from Within Love, and you're on this kind of path and journey, you're doing a lot of work, you're going to benefit from this reading and the clearing that we're doing. Because I'm not going to just do a reading. I'm going to do an Akashic reading, okay? But I'm not going to stop there. We're going to do a very brief Akashic energetic clearing, utilizing the energy tools that I have. So it will be the Reiki transmission, as well as light language, song, toning, mantras, all the stuff, the tools that I was given to infuse. Okay, so it's like once we hit the course and it's revealed, then I'm going to channel accordingly. Okay, and you may say, well, how's that going to do anything? You'd be surprised. It's all programming. Our 3D experience, it is a program. What we think and believe and feel and create and all that stuff, right? So if we can shift the consciousness and cancel some karmic contracts, some vows, some agreements, some templates that we picked up, because everything's not ours per se. Like I said, it's DNA.
I am so relaxed right now.
And I'm excited because I can already feel the energy shifts, because, well, the work I've been doing lately and the Akashic records is like it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. All I can say is it brings tangible results. If you want to know, it's like, it certainly, hear me out. It's not about just collecting some more information. Some of us got more information in a little bit. Okay. Technology nowadays make it so we can have more information than a little bit. It's about wisdom now and applying and being able to produce tangible.
I feel profoundly.
I'm all up on a camera. I'm never usually that close. This feels weird. Tangible results. Okay.
I love my life.
It's gonna change the dynamic because we didn't even know, you guys. It's like man. It's gonna take me many videos to talk about this. Just think about it. If you're in this culture, okay, you know, I know people are doing that now due to the global pandemic, but that's not what I'm addressing. That's a different template, a different energy. I'm talking about what this culture, our culture inherited. And if you just look at our history, all you got to do is thread through our history, okay? And it'll show you what I'm talking about. All you have to do is look at us even before the pandemic hit. Let's just pretend like that hadn't hit, okay? And we thought, we were told that was just normal. That's just how it is. That's humans. It's like, no, it's creating an energy and frequency which keeps us in low vibration, which prevents much of what we are all looking for. That's the secret.
I can make a difference to the lives of others with my choices.
Just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay, so it's like, okay. Everything is energy. You guys hear me say that. That is one of the models of Bloom from Within Love. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. Everything is vibration. And that's just the way it is. It ain't even deep. It's just the reality. Okay. So, and everything has its own frequency. So if we have a template of a default that we only can relate and bond and connect on some trauma shit, excuse the French,
and the action I have taken.
Can you see why it's dysfunction?
The inspiration I followed.
Just think about that for a while.
To get me to this place.
And it bleeds. Listen to me. It doesn't stop at, oh, well, it's just about relations. It's, okay, well, no. It bleeds into everything. Because relationships, first of all, with ourselves. Is that a trauma bonding relationship? Is it more of on the negativity? Is more of our self-talk and our inner dialogue? Is everything kind of a negative connotation? When you meet new people, what is the premise of the conversations?
I can totally relax into these good feelings.
Prior to the pandemic,
I have come to the understanding now.
We want to clear this energy.
Although it is magnificent to
We're going to cancel that out and void it out, that template. But then we're going to upgrade the consciousness and we're going to recreate a whole nother contract. Whole nother one, whole nother something else. And that we're going to bridge it, because I am going to call in all my power team I got. So we are going to bridge it to where it's going to be merged from heaven and earth. So I'm going to call in my earth elementals, my spirit animals, fairies, ancestors, earth plane, but I'm also going up. So I'll be calling in the galactics, all of that to merge it. We're going to bring it down so it can be brought down, manifested. We want to pull that energy into the 3D, into this realm. We're going to switch. We're going to switch from the lack consciousness to the abundance consciousness. And it's a thing. We're going to totally rewrite it. It's a thing. We're going to put it somewhere else. And then with the light language and Reiki, so that I'm going to assist. So bringing that into our consciousness, into our awareness, and into being able to be aware So this is going to be great. So from there, you'll be able to start, as you do got to do your inner work. Okay. I have to say this many times because I know that we start out by just looking for somebody or for assistance just to get the stuff off of me, get this off of me, but there is a role we play in these things. We do need to go inward. We have to go inward and do our own inner stuff. You got to do your own shadow work. You got to do, what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. But on a grander scale, this is going to deal with the majors. This is going to deal with like these hardcore driven in written templates and programs that keeps us hitting glass ceilings, right? That keeps us recreating experiences, whether it be about relationships, whether it be about how we see ourselves, how we see one another, how we relate. The slavery template has subdivisions that, as I'm talking, is coming back to mind, that silenced the throat chakra, that shut it down, that created a major blockage because of being in that program, being forced to succumb to, other people, having to pretend. So that's an energy that's going to affect this. Okay. So then another sub template is what defaulted from that. So the throat chakra was restricted. We manifest through the throat. This is the seat of your beliefs right here. So that was obscured. It was squelched. Then what's recreated as a result from that, the subdivisions, it just keeps going. So from that is the falsehood. From that is a lost sense of identity. From that is resentment and anger. From that is obscured view of self. From that, it just keeps going and going and going. And since the universe works with the law of vibration, period, it's non-discriminatory. The law of vibration, cause and effect. Thus, we keep recreating this, whether we consciously want to or not. It's energy. Some of us in some of our carnations, our ancestors, and then some of us, there were vows we made. They call it karmic debris. And sometimes we came into this carnation, whether we're aware of it or not, still on us. It's still on us. So no matter what, you can be a person that you have tried endlessly. Okay, and people may look at you and they think you're nutso, or they think that you're not serious, or they think that you're not doing what you need to do. But some of you know what I'm talking about because you were doing what you needed to do. You had energetic imprints working against you. You had karmic debris on your back. That no matter how smart you were, no matter how qualified you were, no matter how better of a candidate than you were than someone else, no matter, how pretty you were, how loving you were, this is getting good. So I ain't going to even tell y'all some of the other stuff. I'm just going to stick to the script here. That no matter what, you could not. And then you went into self-review to double check to see, okay, did I do something? Because many of you are introspective. People that are introspective, they do look at their own behavior. So I'm talking to a group of people that are very much in tune to themselves. I'm not talking about people that don't have no sense of self at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the ones that have a very strong sense of self and is very introspective. Yes. And so you went in and you're like, okay, what did I do? I'm being punished, because you understood karma. And so you're like, did I do something? Is this because I did this? And so now this has to happen? And in many cases, when you're the individual that has given all the effort you can to try to make a change, and you've tried to dot your I's and cross your T's to make sure that, okay, did I do something wrong? You know, was I immoral here with this particular situation? Did I do this? And you still come to find that, you're like, no, I'm clear. So what's the problem? How come I can't break that? That's the stuff I'm talking about. And that is the stuff that we are going to break and change the story. We're going to change the story. We're going to script differently. I'll talk about that on a whole nother video. We are going to recreate the contract, but we're also going to change the story. Because from there, we have to come out of the Akashic records, into our nowness and our being, in a position of, now I have to tell a different story. I have to tell a different story, right? Yeah. I don't know if I'm still connected here. Hold on. Sorry about that, you guys. To make really wise choices. And you guys hear some cool stuff playing in the background. I go sleeps to this, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I know. It's been doing wonders, okay? Let me tell you. It's by Rising Higher Meditation. I love her. She's on YouTube. Yes. Powerful, y'all. Let me turn this up so y'all hear some of this right here. So that's what we rolling with. I feel a kind of profound sense of stableness within me. Beautiful. This is just one of many that I listen to. I listen to it when I go to sleep. More than just and physical, monetary. When I wake up, I kind of sit in the bed and I'll play that a little bit while I'm like opening my eyes. I feel like everything. And I'm like just breathing. And the first thing I'm like, thank you, universe. And then I'm like hugging myself. I'm telling myself I love me. Right? I know that sounds, we need to be doing this. Oh, we got to get comfortable in our own skin. I feel confident in our own company. So I've been doing that lately for a while now. And I'm like, I love you, Brandy. I love you. You're so beautiful. I thank the universe, Gaia. I wake up and I allow myself to get comfortable with my energy, like to connect to my own energy. So I can center immediately. I feel my feet standing on the sand. So I'll be listening to her in the background. And I'll just like, and then I'll like twist around in the bed and play and all that for about like 3 minutes, nothing major. And then I get up and I'm feeling good. Then I'm all feeling like Wonder Woman. I get up, right? I'm like, yeah, what I'm doing today. I need to work, a client, go out and put my feet in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. It's glorious. So we do have to understand that we have to implement other things as well. There's no until your frequency increase enough. There is no just listen to this and we're fixed and whatever. Let's just do the Akashic clearing and whatever. No, it's to assist you, to give you a clean slate so you don't feel all that resistance, right? That's what that's designed to do, is to assist you, to give you some space so that you can recreate and not feel like you got lead all over you, okay? That's what that's about. And also so you can see, because our vision has been obscured. It's programs, and people that are still running the program, no matter what side of it they're on, it's being reinforced. So we have to deal with that so we can see the divinity of who we are, so we can see, right? Nefertiti came in real strong for this.
Much the universe loves me.
Isis, these are goddesses, you know, their energy and the frequencies of history.
At
least in my case.
Right now.
So, yeah.
As I stand here on
that has to be in us, no one else, within us, in our own DNA, our own awareness. Because our perception is our reality.
And
you know,
by life and the universe.
I need to back up. I feel like I'm too much on this. Anyways, yeah. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I'm excited. I'll probably do that. We'll see. You know, because I do got a lot of things going on in life right about now, and I had a moment in between. Because like in a little bit, what time is it? Yeah. In a little bit, I have a vinyasa flow yoga class with a guest star musician. Somebody is going to be there, so this is going to be interesting. I haven't done it that way before. I've done Kundalini yoga by candlelight. That was cool. Okay. But I haven't done this, so it's going to be somebody playing music or an artist there, and I don't know how the hell. Maybe he's gonna play the instruments or something while we do the yoga tonight. I don't know. But so I'm excited about that. I'll be going to that shortly. That's why y'all see the tennis shoes in the back.
So I can see.
Before I let y'all go, I'm trying to think if I should do y'all.
To my highest good and the most profound prosperity.
Y'all probably like this girl. I'm an interesting person. I'm an interesting soul. And I'm digging it, okay? Because I'm accepting myself.
Because I am one.
Oh no, I'm not high. I don't do drugs and alcohol, baby. Okay. So let's see. This is one of the decks that I use for my Akashic reading, okay? And it is under the, let me see.
The universe knows I am always ready to be a worthy conduit for abundance.
Can you see? And in it, it breaks down the planets, the signs, and the houses. So this is powerful, and how it reads it, you guys are just gonna have to. It's gonna affect like the bloodline in terms of, you know, the planets, the signs, and the houses, but you specifically if you set your intention for that. Okay, when I do get ready to do this with you all, I also used.
I'm so grateful for every moment.
My Black Moon Magic astrology deck as well for the Akashic reading. And then I infused it. This flow was kind of powerful because I was led to, let me show you. I was led to infuse my crystal grid in the actual Akashic records. Like I saw myself do it. Hold on. Did you see it? I actually saw myself. I saw when I was in the records, I was able to see my higher me, if that makes sense. I saw my higher self, the version of my higher self. It was a trip as my higher self was roaming the Akashic records and channeling. I saw that version of me like do stuff with books, like the records, right? One book was burned, you know, all together. And then I saw the crystal grids that kept coming out in the reading to shift the energy and the templates, like being placed there. It was powerful. And at the very end, what I thought was very cute is I saw my higher self. She was finalizing it, the last book, and this was the last area I was dealing with. So I saw her and she was finalizing the last book, and in the front of it, it had
I get to serve my best.
it had what the topic was, and then it had the little one of the oracle cards, brand spanking new, and then she kind of turned towards me like all glistening, because I saw myself, I saw my her me. She turned to me at the very end. She was like holding the new book in that category, and then like the card that I had pulled one time, it said brand spanking new, and she did like this smile, and like it was all sparkly or whatever, and then like she went on about her way, which is me, my higher me. That was in the Akashic records. So I laughed at that, but anyways, I'm all chattering all over the place. So I think what I want to do for you guys right now, real quick, before I go, this may be a cool idea. Let's see. We'll see how it works.
I appreciate the
collective. Since this is a preview, we're dealing with the Akashic records regarding the slavery template, the slavery imprint program that has a system running around trauma bonding. Trauma bonding in terms of connecting with people, relationships, with self, with others, partners. Can we get an overall card theme preview to give the collective just something to meditate on, so maybe they can go within and ask guidance to prepare for the reading themselves when I do it? What's kind of an overall area as it relates to this karma deck? We're intending to clear and rewrite some contracts, so at least one, just one, something quick. The collective, Akashic reading, clearing the slavery template,
I sit here relaxed.
subsequential division, programs, trauma bonding, a way of relating. Anything? Collective, please.
I am surrounded by luxury right now. I'm softly looking around, and I see many beautiful
Anything?
things.
Preview. Something for them to think about and meditate on. And
I can hear lovely music. I feel so abundant.
interesting. So, as a preview, we got planets here, okay?
Face as I feel such satisfaction.
Mars, Uranus.
I feel so wonderfully content.
See, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so let me give you what the first card is. It's Mars. Can you see that?
My mind feels free.
And I'm going to read both for you. It says here, the drive for the confronting, of action. The drive for confronting of action. On this side, it says energize, confront, force yourself to. So, wow, where we allowed the silence, where we allowed it from the slavery template, okay, we're going back there. Because it says energize, confront, force yourself to. Action, the drive. Okay, so we're gonna infuse, we're gonna clear and disintegrate and transmute the current. Then we're gonna upgrade it, infuse through Mars energy, but a high vibrational version of Mars energy, to confront that and change the whole program from which we're running. Understand? And then the next one is your Uranus. I'll show you.
In this magnificently comfortable chair.
Can you see that?
Listening to
the light is not.
Music.
So this one says an unusual example of a different way of looking at an unexpected change. An unusual example of a different way of looking at an unexpected change. What I recommend you guys do if you haven't gotten your birth chart done, it's free. Get it done to prepare and take a look at what sign you have in Uranus and Mars, okay? Because it's going to give you some kind of guidance as to how it's going to play out for you personally, okay? The other side says stir up the situation by using. Be open to new ideas about, and been away too. So what I'm picking up with this is we're erasing all of that old stuff. We're gonna recreate a new way of looking at all of that happened, a new way of looking at ourselves, and being open to the truth, because I'm looking at all this blue, being open to our highest truth of who we really are, the divinity of who we really are, and the rights that we have by divine birthright. So I feel so happy and unexpected change. So it's going to bring about an unexpected shift in the world in which we are creating for ourselves. Unexpected shift in perception and the world that we're creating for ourselves. Okay, so we are going to come out seeing ourselves different. As a result, our frequency is going to be different. I am deeply satisfied. As a result, what we are co-creating and manifesting is going to reflect it. It'll start to trickle. Okay. Uranus and Mars. I'm trying to think. Uranus. What I'm picking up, I'm not sure if this is accurate. I got to look at this now. But what I'm immediately seeing as I'm reading intuitively as well. Hold on. I'm going to do it that way. What I'm immediately seeing is fire and water, alchemy. Because that's another thing that I saw my higher self do. When in the Akashic records, it was so much energy going on there, especially the last session. So I saw alchemy like blowing through like the books and the records. And she, me, like swirling around her and her hands, and her voice was alchemy. I thought it was just the violet fire, but as I think about it, it was fire and water. And it was just like just going all over the place. So what I'm picking up is this is being alchemized for healing, neutralized, and also being brought to balance where emotions, fire, ooh, this is going to be deep. This is just preview, but I can already tell that, the masculine principle is probably going to get major healing here too. I can see the yin and yang, like, ooh. I know there will be more yeah. Because that got totally jacked. I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna say it. Some people ain't gonna like it, but that got messed up pretty bad through that program. Pretty darn bad. So first of all, we got disconnected with ourselves in this culture. In terms of our own yin and yang. Okay, other cultures got their stuff too. So don't trip. Okay, so this ain't about like hating on or like putting our own culture down, but every culture has their set of karmic debris and Akashic and weird things happening. So they got their junk. Don't get it twisted. Okay, every human got it. Okay, but this is particularly to do with the African American culture and that slavery template. Okay, so it totally messed up the yin yang. Bad. You can see it though. Just look at how we relate and look at history. Think about it. Just think. off.
Prosperity looks
It's usually this is crazy, out of control, too much, or under.
wealth finds
Okay,
every
in the masculine principle. The female principle is usually same difference, too much or not enough, or manipulative, and on both sides. But it's because of this program template and the subsequential effects, right? But through this healing, what I'm seeing and feeling is like, oh, they're gonna merge that, they're gonna alchemize that when we go on them records. This is gonna be brought right. This is gonna be brought to balance and justice. And even how they relate with one another. Like finally being able to see one another right. Okay. Seeing oneself right, seeing one another right, seeing the culture right. Shifting the perspective, and then because when we come into that balance back and get the shift and get into the abundance matrix, then we can project it out into the world. And I'm not talking about surface superficial shit that everybody can put on and make it seem like. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about the real deal here. Soul, heart, energy, frequency, and it's gonna show up in how you're relating. You ain't gonna have to say nothing. You're not gonna have to make no announcement. You're not gonna have, you know what I'm saying, blow no horn. You're not gonna have to do nothing. It's gonna show up when people get in your presence. They'll know. They'll know. And it's not that you're like, it's kind of it is a quiet confidence. It's a quiet knowing. And it's not that you feel superior, it's that you finally realize who you are. You finally realize that you are not inferior. Yeah. You finally realize that you're a god. And you're a goddess, whether people like it or not. Yeah. Yeah.
I love knowing that I can.
Woo! Y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited about this here reading we gonna do. So I gotta really prepare for it, and I'm glad that I shared this with you all because it gives you a chance, at least with the preview, to maybe do your own form of preparing so you can get the most out of it, right? And I will try to like do a pre-schedule in YouTube so that it'll show in the previews or upcomings. So that way you guys will have a gauge like scheduled for this day at this time or whatever. So I will try to at least get that up for you guys, okay? By tonight. So that way you'll know what day, time, and all the more you can prepare. If you're interested, you can prepare yourself, right? Intentions are very powerful. This is something I'm learning. Very, very powerful. So you can speak and script your intention and what you want to see happen or what you want revealed to you in the actual reading when we do it, as well as what you want to see in terms of manifesting that clearing and healing and contract rewrite for yourself and your bloodline and how it's affected you specifically in your bloodline. Okay.
Opportunities and inspiration.
Yeah, baby. I'm excited. Okay. Got to go. So I'll just put this on top. I'll remember. Okay. I remember. All right, you guys. I certainly enjoy this as I do every time. This Bloom is my heart and soul. I mean, I do things with Bloom outside of the platform. So, you know, this is my contribution to the collective. You know, social media platforms, that's really what it is for me, at least at this point. Most of the clients or customers that I ever get is by word of mouth. Oddly enough, I don't think I've gotten a customer through, I might have gotten one customer through the social media portal, But most of my clients and customers that's come to me for different services, products, or whatever, it was word of mouth, and it was word of mouth, and then it was the advertisements that I have going on at some of my favorite crystal stores. That's really how it happened for me, and how it continues to happen for me. Before I go, I just want to say thank you once again, because I be so talking and just in high energy most of the time. It's not that I'm not always grateful and thankful. This channel is growing, and I'm still in that a little bit, and just how fast that's happening. I have it hidden because I am aware that there are a lot of people that are looking at my channel for the wrong reasons. So for that reason, for now, I'm keeping that a secret. Because I just don't have time for that energy, and I'm not going to feed into that. So for now, but thank you, every last one of you who are sincere, authentic, heartfelt subscribers. I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey by taking your time when you do, because it is your time to stop on a video, click on it, and look at it. And I talk, so mine be long. Okay? They be long, most of them. But I mean, if it's so, you know what I'm saying? If you're really connecting to it. So I just want to say it's my honor and privilege and delight to do so. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Those that have ever donated to me, to the channel through my PayPal account, or if you used Zelle, which is through the Bank of America, however you used it, okay? I just want to say every dollar counts. And so I've never looked at anything anybody ever donated and was like, oh, I'm like, thank you. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah. And for those of you who haven't been able to, if you really want to support, and bless me and bless yourself, to support the channel, share it. There may be other people who need to hear what's being shared here. So do share the videos if you feel led. Like them also if you feel led. But this is a way you can show your support. It's a way you can help the channel grow. It's going to grow regardless. But if you feel led, then I certainly would love for you to do so. And if you're not already a subscriber, then I welcome you to subscribe. If you dig my flow, if you dig my silly banter, if you dig, the wise content and the healing and everything that comes with Bloom, then certainly I welcome you to subscribe and to be a part of Bloom, so you can bloom with Bloomy. And yeah. Please comment, share your stories and how things are affecting you and your views. I'm hoping it's a safe space. I'm trying to create that for people here to be able to share and ask questions. So feel free to do that. Okay. All right, you guys. I send you guys much love and light. Give me a second here, because I've been talking about you.
I have never seen such illumination of colors in the sky.
Okay, I needed that, you guys.
Paints various features in the array of different colors.
I truly do love you guys. Those that are in alignment with who I really am. I love the other ones too. But this is special love to those of you who actually do like me. Okay, the ones that do, the ones that actually the ones that actually love me and support what I do. I love you. I send you love and light. Send you Reiki energy. I wish you well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you find your bliss. That's what this thing is about. Okay? You deserve the life you want to live. You deserve the love you want to feel and experience. You deserve the connections. You're worthy of it. We're worthy of it.
I am so happy to be
Yes,
part of the
to hell. What anybody else got to say about that? I'll talk to you guys next time. Love and light.
And I love that I get to
Smooches.
play. I am